The college experience, national championship, and college hoops Tuesday slate bombs down under episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Make sure you use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month. And start making smarter bets today, people. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, this is Pac-Man Jones. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the college experience. National championship bombs down under and college hoops. Look ahead for a nice little fire Tuesday slate. I don't know. I mean, we are what, an hour and 20 minutes away from kickoff.
They say, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying there's kickoff at 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. What after Wheel of Fortune? Get out of here. You know when they're like, it starts then, and it's a fucking hour and a half of pregame and all that bullshit.
It's true. Last game ended at like 3 a.m.
Right.
East Coast time. The Washington Texas game in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Folks, if you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, well, my name is Kobe Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
Shout out to the chat. You can watch us youtube.com/the college experience. We got WV Punch Drunk 1, Pick Dundee, and the Ladder Daddy.
Laddie Daddy, baby.
Laddie Daddy. Okay, Ladder Daddy. There we go. I can't fucking talk. Got a loaded college basketball. So we even got some Monday night games. I know some people are talking about Washington in football and Mississippi Valley State in basketball. That is just, I love it. I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for the host of the Bottom Line Bombs podcast, which you should be subscribed to. They call him the man in the box, aka the Bet Detective. I give you a seat, Jay Sullivan. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great, Kobe Dundee. Thanks a lot. Thank you for great to be here. Can't believe the college football season wraps up.
Done.
Apparently, the FCS championship happened yesterday.
It did terrible.
What the hell?
We should have covered.
Oh, gross.
Did you watch that game?
Not at all. Didn't know it was on. Didn't know it was on. Middle of the day on a Sunday. What are they doing?
Yeah.
What are they doing? It was the worst scheduling ever.
Well, just know there was only like 110-yard difference. It should have covered. For a big 4th down and goal early in the game probably cost us our cover. 4th down inside the 1. We would have covered the number. Instead, we lose 23-3.
Yep.
Look at it from a yardage standpoint. Now, South Dakota State deserved the championship.
Right. They deserve the championship. Not saying that, but we're not here for championships. We're here to cover.
Yes, and there were some questionable decisions.
Okay.
And 23. So they won by 20. We got 13.5 or 14. Like I said, if you analyze this, they had the same amount of first downs, 17 first downs and 17 first downs.
Yes.
3rd down, Montana was actually if you add 3rd and 4th down together, Montana was 6 of 21. South Dakota State was 4 of 11. Now, where South Dakota State did get him is on the ground. Montana didn't have success on the ground, but Montana still passed for a decent number. Like I said, they had 104 more yards of offense. I mean, dude, that should not result in a 20-point loss.
No, you're right.
So I know you're trying to blame me.
I'm not
I
blaming.
know you're trying to blame
I'm not
me.
blaming anybody. No, absolutely
I told
not.
you to ride the Grizzlies.
No, there was a value line for sure. It was inflated. It was. I'd do the same play again. I'd lose again.
I would too.
Where do you put that team, these Jackrabbits, though, in the Centennial of all AA, FCS, whatever you want to talk?
I mean, they open up the season at Oklahoma State next year. I mean, them and North Dakota State and frankly, Montana State, those teams probably should have left the FCS a while ago. I love them in the FCS, but if you're talking about like, they would beat the piss out of every team in the MAC.
Right.
South Dakota State,
yeah,
would go undefeated.
I think they're a
MAC.
top 20 team.
Yeah, they're a very good football team. They don't really have any clear weaknesses.
Right.
So, yeah, I think they're a very good football team. Speaking of very good football teams, allegedly,
Mm-hmm.
in an hour and 14 minutes,
What do we got?
Washington,
Yeah.
NRG Stadium, whatever the fuck it's called.
That wasn't Gross Pro Stadium. What's
Yeah.
going on here?
Taking on the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan's now laying 6. This line has gone up 1.5 points.
It's at 6 now?
6 fucking points.
Total 56. That's insane.
Shout out to 3802. Goes, am I the only one who wants the FBS and FCS team previews to start next week? There we go.
Yes, sir. Yes, and you are.
Did
No,
you?
I'm just joking.
Did you bet? Did you bet this?
This game tonight? Of course, you got to bet the game. It's on, right?
Now 6 would that change your bet by chance?
No, I'm taking Washington. I take Washington. If anything, I might add on more. I'm not. I already got the worst number. I got 4.5, and I went up to 5.5 like that.
And now it's at 6.
Number, right? It's at 6. Why not more at 6? I'm not going too crazy with it. I know I'm definitely betting it more of what I want to see happen.
Yeah.
You know, I want Washington to win, obviously.
You're not a big fan of Michigan fans?
No, not a big fan of Michigan fans. Not a fan of Harbaugh. Anything.
Could Jim Harbaugh buy you a
The
cheeseburger?
khakis? No.
You
First
wouldn't
of all,
accept it?
I don't want the sanctions. I don't want the pressures coming from it. I don't have to deal with it. Imagine having to sit down and have a cheeseburger with Jim Harbaugh
Nah, it sounds.
and those fucking Google eyes looking through you, and he's talking
Decode
about
his fucking
right.
his talk to you.
He treats every single person he interacts with complete disdain. He's a pure asshole.
I like Jim Harbaugh
Yeah, of course.
because that's what a football coach should be.
I'm not saying he's not a great football coach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
To me, like when I see the bland coaches out there, I go,
Right.
this is terrible for the sport. You know what I mean? If I see
True. He's
If I s-
polarizing.
yeah,
He's polarizing for sure. But his personality's not even that fucking great of an asshole.
I like how you never can understand what the fuck he said.
Yeah,
Like, they'll ask him a question, he'll say
True.
something, and you have no idea what the fuck that's supposed to mean.
Yeah, and the little pontificate, it just seems so disingenuous. Like the whole Harbaugh family, we'd rather be nobody. Get the fuck out of here with you. I hate these Harbaugh. I hate all the Harbaughs. I hate the mom the most.
After that video,
The video, yeah, the two of them on the sideline. We won. Shut the fuck up. I hate all those Harbaughs.
I love the Harbaughs. Big
I hate-
Harbaugh family
I hate
fan
'em all.
over here. Look, they never hit me up to wear Central Michigan gear in East Lansing, or I
Yeah.
would have.
Right.
I would have gone there. And yeah. Now, having said all that, I am a Jim Harbaugh fan. I'm on Washington as well.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. Now, what are you a little worried? I gotta be worried. Michigan runs the ball. Washington's never seen anyone as physical as Michigan, for sure.
True. The closest I actually think would be Oregon,
Yeah.
maybe Texas.
It's just a different style. And even I'm a little worried, and I'm not worried about Penix himself, but Michigan's pass defense. I mean, you know,
No, but I would throw that question right back at you.
Will Johnson is. Do you think
Michigan's never seen anything like Michael Penix?
No, they have not.
Yeah.
Correct. Absolutely not. They haven't seen any quarterback all year. You're saying Tua's little brother is the best quarterback they've seen all year, basically.
I mean, I know they played East Carolina, but we were a little down at the quarterback spot this year. Mavia, I don't think they got Brumfield in the UNLV game, right?
Yeah.
So, by far the best quarterback they've played.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But they do have a shutdown corner in Will Johnson and an
True.
amazing pass defense.
They don't have 3 shutdown corners.
They don't have 3 shutdown corners.
They also, you know, don't necessarily like. I'm concerned about. Okay, Michigan's ground attack. I thought Texas should have ran the ball more.
Okay,
but
Texas ran the ball pretty well.
They should have kept. But Sark's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, over 6 yards of rush. But Washington gave up over 6 yards of rush to Oregon too.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, you just got to realize. I think that this Washington team is a team of destiny.
Hey, and they what 9 straight games within 10 points. And last week's Texas game was like the biggest blowout they've had in the last month
and they still
and a half.
lost.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Amazing. I do too. I think it should be a close game. If anything, it won't be like last year's debacle.
I'm on the 6. I see plus 215 on the money line right now. I bet it on the money line, and I did not get that
Plus
good of a number.
Where are you seeing
I'm seeing it
this
right
at?
now, buddy.
That's insane.
Right fucking now. 215. I need to get over there and bet it.
Grab that.
And also
Yeah,
the total is at 55.5. What did this come down a tiny bit?
it did come down to friction.
Yeah.
Friction and a fraction. What are you liking there in total?
I lean over. I think Michigan's blueprint to winning is getting in the 30s. And I think Washington will never be kept out of the 30s.
Okay.
So give me the over.
Yeah,
Let's go.
So it's a fun game. NFL Stadium. I know you love that down there. And
Yeah.
I'm looking at images right now. Penix is not taking off his mask yet. He's got a ninja mask.
I'm seeing plus 200 now.
What?
I'm not making shit up, but you can see it right there.
I'm saying you're making anything.
I got the
up.
chat thinking I'm making shit up here. What the fuck's going on here?
Where are you seeing that at? I'm seeing, plus 185 at Bet Online. DraftKings has a plus 200, I believe.
This is ESPN Bet.
ESPN Bet, the worst book out there.
Yeah.
Shut off your account if you have that.
I don't use
I'm
I'm
just
just saying. If you're asking, I'm just looking at the app.
I'm sure they had controversy where
But it was 215 a second ago,
if you have a
and
parlay,
now it's down to 200.
right.
So,
Okay.
hey.
What do you, either way, pretty juicy. I'm going to put a little more on 180 plus 185. Why not?
You on the over?
Oh, it's parlay over with Washington money line. How's that looking?
Oh, I like.
I mean, come on.
Let's talk a little props too.
I'm ready to prop it up. That plays over a little 4.5 to 1, by the way.
Boom. Jump in on that, folks. We're going to get to some props. But first, I want to tell you, don't use ESPN yet. ESPN Bet.
No.
Use DraftKings. All right. Because we're brought to you by DraftKings, an official sports betting partner of the National Football League playoffs. And look, they're bringing you an offer that'll help you make the playoffs truly electrifying. New customers can bet $5 on any game and get 200 back instantly in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use the promo code SGP. Once again, new customers can bet just $5, get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with the promo code SGP. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit www.1800gambler.net. If you're in New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for a gambling problem. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. And on behalf of the Old Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 plus age verifies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See dkng.com/football for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming resources. We're also brought to you by Game Time. Look, buying tickets to your favorite event shouldn't be that stressful. All right. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all sports, music, comedy, and theater that is near you. With killer deals on last minute tickets and their best price guarantee, you can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for the fun you'll be having at that very event. So what are you doing, folks? Snag the tickets without the stress with Game Time. It's perfect for the playoffs, college football national championship, college hoops is. I use Game Time. When we went to that Loyola Marymount game.
Loyola Marymount versus the very highly ranked Colorado State Rams.
Game Time app got us in. Boom. One button I pressed there. Download the Game Time app, create that account, redeeming code CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. Once again, terms apply. Redeeming code CFBX for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right, we are back on the college experience, and it's prop time. It's prop time because there's some shit out there that I think is. This is the best thing about the national championship. I hated in Houston at this game at the stadium. Hated on a Monday. Should be a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I do enjoy that you can't really get besides other CFP games is all this prop action.
Yes.
I already sprinkled one. Have you looked at the first touchdown market, my friend?
Let me take a look at it now. First touchdown, always a fun little dart throw. You know what I mean?
Always, buddy.
Let's take a look here. First touchdown score. See if we got some juicy ones here. The chalk, of course, being Blake Corum and Roma Duzane, but we don't want that.
Oh no. I see opportunity when I look out. I look out right here and just see opportunity. And what I'm talking about is the great Jack Westover plus 2,200.
The great Jack Westover. Listen, I love Jack Westover tonight. I have his 30-1. Is he? I'm looking at.
Yeah.
10-1. Why not? Am I not going to sprinkle a little Westover?
Oh man, are you kidding me here? 20 plus 2,200.
That's crazy.
First touchdown of the game. Put $50 on old Westover. All right. And get this, to take the other 50 and do it for any time touchdown scored plus 310.
Bang. There it is.
You're going to be sitting pretty. All right. You're going to be sitting pretty. Do you have any other first touchdown or anytime touchdown props you like?
Oh, sure. Well, absolutely. I like Westover a lot today. I'm on his prop. But when you go to touchdown here, you want a little 3-team touchdown parlay?
Yes. Where's my Lou Holtz?
Well, I don't bring the head cold, but they're kept.
Yes. Hit me with that.
This will pay a solid 42-1 for you D-gens out there. Three simple things have to happen. 3 different plays for a touchdown. We already got our man Westover. JJ McCarthy.
No, that's got to be a Russian touchdown.
Got to be a Russian touchdown, obviously.
But he scrambles. They do that shit all the time.
He scrambles all the time.
They do quarterback. They do the quarterback powers.
They do quarterback powers and trust. And he's the kind of weasel that's going to vulture one of Corum's touchdowns on Friday Night Lights style. You know what I mean?
Part of my handicap is CJ identifies who's the weasel that will steal
the weasel.
Yeah.
Yes. He'll let Corum get all the way down there to the 1, and then he'll sneak in and do his little power dive, sneak in there, point to his girlfriend with his dad's hand on her ass, the whole thing. Those sons of bitches. And Harbaugh will be all for it. He loves his weasel top fucking haircut.
Nothing better than a good weasel for old Captain Comeback.
So Westover, JJ McCarthy, and my player of the night tonight, who I'm keying in on, is Donovan Edwards.
Oh,
running back.
Whoa.
He scored. He likes to pop in the end zone. I like to feed him too. I mean, obviously, Corum is just way too expensive to play in any of these markets.
Yeah.
His anytime touchdown is -500. That's insane.
Yeah. And we did a DFS episode, me and NC Nick, for this game. So go check it out, folks, if you're out there right now listening.
And in these games, a lot of times, any kind of injury, any kind of spell, especially with Washington's porous run defense, and Michigan's gonna be rotating and just getting what they want probably on the ground. A lot of times in these games, it's someone else steps up. There was a Trey Sermon situation, Ohio State game a couple years ago. Things go down. So that's it. 3 touchdowns. McCarthy, Edwards,
Westover,
42-1.
Woo! Folks,
come on.
What are you doing? Get on over.
Get on over.
Get on over.
I like all 3 of them. I like just in general, those 3 players. I'm going to focus in on the rushing props and receiving props. They're all pretty small.
I mean, you want to get even crazier. Plus Jack Westover. Plus 3,000 for 2
touchdown West. Why not? Absolutely. Why not?
I'm really buying into this Westover guy.
His receiving props are 2.5 receptions, 28.5. We're flying over that. We're climbing ladders.
I'll be honest, and since you're talking about that, I loaded up on both. Pretty much every receiver in the game.
Yeah.
Both tight ends.
Both tight
ends. So I took Westover over 29.5 yards. Get the fuck out of here.
That's gross.
Colston Loveland, 36.5 yards.
I like that.
And I'll be honest, I think, when it comes to the Washington wideouts, I think it's tricky, but for Michigan's wideouts, I think they're going to get opportunities. I think Cornelius Johnson over 40.5 yards. is a solid play. Roman Wilson over 47.5 yards, solid play. And I have Washington winning the game. It's just they give up a lot of yards on the defensive side of the ball. So I like all of those angles. Your thoughts on any of those?
I like Michigan receivers got low numbers. And yeah, Washington's pass defense is better. McCarthy's not a great passer, but they will have opportunities, especially because they're going to have to focus in on stuff in the box and stopping their run. They obviously have the talent, and I mean, like I said, it's gonna. I don't see an easy path for Washington slowing Michigan down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that's why it's good. That's why the over's going to cash. Shout out to John Sanchez who says, "Smash the like button, y'all. Show that love to these two crazy guys." And then Dylan Hatch,
yes,
giving us 50 American.
Hey, ship it.
Get it over there.
Well, we'll take that 50 and put it right on the over, baby.
There we go.
Or put it right
shout out to Dylan.
Or right on 2 touchdowns. How about that?
Never get to catch you live. He says, longtime listener, love listening to you. There we go.
Thank you.
See that?
Very much.
Appreciate
That's
you.
incredible.
All right. Appreciate you. You are the man. Happy New Year. Appreciate you. 3802 is asking about the Bet Detective directive of the day.
Bet Detective directive of the
Well,
day.
that's hard for me to fucking say. How many
like
D's
that.
are in there? Yeah.
The Bet Detective's already on this bullshit kickoff time.
Yeah.
Okay. I sniffed that line right out.
Now I don't know. Let's take a look into the other props that we got out there.
Name those Michigan receivers real quick. You said for the over.
Okay, I'm buying into their tight end Colston Loveland. Dog.
Colston
Dog.
Loveland is a dog. You got
Yeah.
the soundboard for any of that.
Sorry.
Colston Loveland, loving it.
I like Cornelius Johnson over 40.5 receiving yards. I'm sorry, not passing yards, but receiving yards. I also think Roman Wilson over 47.5 receiving yards.
Roman Wilson.
And you can bet my next one is JJ McCarthy.
Yes.
I have already sprinkled the board on over 198.5 passing yards. I also have taken the over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I know that's where some hesitate, especially if you got him running one in.
I also like his rush. I like his rushing prop too at 26.5.
I do too.
With you.
They did a QB power. They're gonna be doing more of that.
That's what I'm saying.
They're doing that against Alabama. That's going to work against Washington.
I love it.
22.5 rushing yards for JJ McCarthy. That's it is minus 135 though.
It's fine. Let's take it.
How about the any quarter action? You gonna get true DJ in here? You gonna go first quarter? What? Washington's going to start out strong. I actually think Washington needs to start out strong. Put that pressure on Michigan. So if you're looking for the first quarter, I think you ride the Huskies plus a half, plus 124 on the money line. So just take that money line plus 124.
Okay.
And I will see you
at the window.
Yes. What else do we got? Yeah, I would say that's pretty much. There's a couple other ones I actually like. I'm gonna take a shot on the Penix over passing too. Let me see if that's changed.
That one I don't like as much. Although, I mean, it's hard to say no to Penix.
291. You know what I mean? This guy throws for 291 in his fucking sleep. I know.
Dude. He must be that must be his right-handed prop. Is he playing right-handed? Because
291.
I hear you. Wow. I know. I mean. First of all, Michigan's got a great pass defense. Got one shutdown corner. Either way, game script, he's going to be throwing the ball, especially with a banged up running back. They're throwing no matter what, even if they are down. So what? Yeah. So he'll get there.
Yeah. I mean, there's a ton of money to be made on these props. Westover, McCarthy, Penix, every wide receiver on Michigan. Any wide receiver you can get on Michigan, I say. And here's what's crazy: I'm not taking the over on Corum Russian.
No, that's what I'm saying away from his. Like I said, his prices are way too expensive. Either way,
I'm going. So,
although did you see his pregame outfit wearing the cowboy hat and the fucking saddle?
Yeah. Welcome to Houston.
Yeah.
Sleepy Lloyd says on another place, both teams score one rushing touchdown and one passing touchdown plus 110.
I like that.
That's nice.
That is very nice.
I think that's a slam dunk. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much all we have as far. You got any other shit you want to throw out there on the prop front of this national championship?
Of course. Sorry, I was just firing in more. I'm looking at my count dwindle down as I'm firing every. I'm looking.
Any chance you're going to take some of that Dylan Johnson rushing? What was it like? It's like 34 yards or something. Where the hell is it? I'm trying to find it right now. Is it off the board right now? Did they take it off the board? Why am I not seeing it right now?
Dylan Johnson, his rushing total.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it right now.
I think it was like 39.5.
I thought it was in the 30s, but I'm not.
Let me take a look.
Is he a scratch? Did something? Did news come out? I'm not seeing it right now.
Let me take a look here. I'm looking at Dylan Johnson, 36.5. I got it. Juice to the under as well. I mean,
maybe we sprinkle a little bit on that.
It's a pretty low number. How banged up is he?
Well, he didn't run for a shit ton against Texas.
No, he did not. But Penix was thrown all over the place.
What did he run for against Texas?
Right around there. But he scored 2 touchdowns.
He ran for 49 on 21 carries.
Not the best. Yeah, I'm staying away from this.
I'll buy some of that under. Actually, maybe he gets injured again.
Yeah, for sure. I'm playing the under before I play the over.
Yeah,
but I am on a ladder though. I am on the, like I told you before, I am the Donovan Edwards ladder. His total is 30.5 rushing yards. Okay.
I do like the over there.
So I love the over. Donovan Edwards 30.5 rushing yards. Now, if you want to play the ladder, you want to climb up a bit. Start off around 60 yards. That's plus 275. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he gets it, even if Corum doesn't get hurt or anything like that, if they just spell him in a nice little, which I think they might.
Edwards can break one. We saw him do it against Ohio State.
Absolutely. In Penn State, is that where he scored? He popped that one for a touchdown there? That one as well? 4-1 for him to get 70 yards. 80 yards is plus 587. This is on Bet Online. And this thing tops out. If you want to get that kitty out of the tree, climb the ladder all the way to the top, get on the perch a bird on a wire, 90 yards versus a porous rush defense. That is plus 877. Almost 9-1.
Yes.
And let's say it's a game script where Michigan's just squeezing the life out of the game. I mean, they're going to be rotating those backs and getting 4, 5, 6 yards a pop.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. I like this whole ladder thing.
The whole ladder thing. I love the ladder chatter. Of course, I'm the laddie daddy, as they say. You can't spell leader without a ladder, or maybe you can. I don't know, but you pull an E out. Either way.
What do you see?
Give me that Donovan Edwards rushing ladder all the way up to 90.
Woo!
9-1.
What are you seeing for Penix rushing? Because the chat's talking about this right now. If Dylan Johnson gets injured, you got to take Penix. I think Penix. You saw it. That was a great handicap of mine from a week ago, if I may say so myself. Was the over rushing yards on Penix, and he got like 30 some rushing yards a week ago, especially where Michigan's pass defense. Oh hell yeah, I love that angle. Final game for all the marbles. Run the fuck out of him.
His ladder. If he gets 35 rushing yards, I'm looking at right now. That's 15-1.
Woo!
What are we talking about
here? Let's
jump
in on that action.
What are we even talking about here?
Well, I don't get bring the income.
I mean, there's just easy money to be made out there, folks. So I mean,
what the fuck is that? I love betting way too much on way too many things. It's always a good sign when you have 19 different overs happening in a football game.
I love it when you check your account and you have way less or way more money than you thought.
Yes.
You're like, what did I do here?
Mm-hmm.
I did that the other day with college hoops. Let's talk a little college hoops because the board tomorrow is loaded and there is some games tonight. But before we do that, I want to tell you folks out there that the college experience is brought to you by good old Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog Fantasy has a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long. They got NFL, they got NBA, they got NHL, and you better believe they got college hoops and college football. I'm on a bunch of shit tonight over there right now. I'm gonna load up and tell you what I'm sitting on right now, buddy. Actually, no, let's play one here.
Okay, let's play it.
Let's go. And I truly believe this product is amazing because you can find shit that you really can't find anywhere else. So, how about this? Well, you mentioned Donovan Edwards.
Yep.
They got it over here. Underdog Fantasy 28.5 rushing yards.
20.5. So we hammer that. No, we put that in there. All right.
Higher.
Higher for 20.5 Donovan Edwards. I like that.
McCarthy, we can go over 221. I'm sorry, 21.5 rushing yards. They have his passing yards a lot higher than say DK.
Okay.
But we could take the rushing yards there, or we load up on Cornelius Johnson, higher than 40.5 receiving yards. Roman Wilson, higher than 51.5 receiving yards. Colston Loveland, higher than 36.5 receiving yards. Do you have anything? Or we could go Westover. You want to go Westover? They got 28.5 for Westover.
Let's hit that.
All right.
All right.
Want to add a third leg there?
Or do you want to spice it up with the receptions or a touchdown?
How about a McCarthy?
Okay.
Rushing touchdown.
I like this rushing. How about McCarthy rushing passing yards combined? 225.5.
Oh,
let's go.
I like
higher.
this. Okay. Putting 50 American that we just got gifted to make 300.
Okay. Beautiful.
It is fucking submitted.
Perfect.
It is submitted. And folks, this is why Underdog's amazing. You can find shit that you really can't find elsewhere. Some of those numbers are a lot better than the numbers elsewhere. And guess what? They have it like throughout the whole season. It's not just, oh, this is a national championship. No, the whole season. So watch along, make picks, and make extra cash on Underdog's mobile app or website, underdogfantasy.com. When you sign up with the promo code TCESGPN, Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. Once again, that's Underdog Fantasy, promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NFL postseason with Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every NFL, NBA, and soccer bet with historical stats and data. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. All right, we are back, and don't want to leave out college hoops because we do have a fire board. I know everyone's talking about this Mississippi Valley State game tonight. But I do think they're live at plus 295, folks. But I was talking tomorrow's action. Want to give this podcast a little shelf life out there in the universe.
Yeah. All right.
Tomorrow's action, you got a big one. The Houston Cougars, undefeated, going into Ames, Iowa to take on Iowa State. Tomorrow's slate is fucking beautiful. You got big time matchups with Texas at Cincinnati. See what Cincinnati did to those Mormons the other night?
Did.
Dominating performance there. You got Kentucky, Mizzou, SEC battle, letdown spot after Kentucky wins a big game at the Swamp.
I love that letdown spot there with Mizzou. But not only did Kentucky Kentucky proved me wrong with their first road test as young kids, but they had a full week to prepare for that game too. So I think that was the thing with Calipari, just getting ready for Florida. So I think this letdown spot is massive.
You know which one I love is Texas Tech just beat Texas for the final time for the foreseeable future in Austin, Texas.
We were on that.
We were all on that. Now Oklahoma State, who just barely lost to Baylor, goes into Lubbock. You telling me they weren't partying down there in Lubbock?
They were partying down
when they
there.
beat when they hooked those horns.
Down there in Lubbock.
When they hooked those horns, I think Mike Boynton and the Oklahoma State Cowboys could be a live bomb.
8.5 they're getting. I don't even see it.
Yeah, money line's not out yet. These will be out, but yeah,
I love it.
I mean, that's one that jumps out to me. Now I know there's a lot of speculation about this Purdue, Nebraska. This line opened up at 9.5, shot down to 6.5. Now I'm seeing it back at 7.5. What's intriguing about this matchup, in my opinion, is the fact that Nebraska might not have Bryce Williams, but Nebraska at home has kind of been a sneaky good team over the past 12 months. I feel like they've been playing a lot better. They're 10-1 at home right now. Any chance you're taking the Canadian Yao Ming to blow him out? Are you going to take the Mayor Fred Hoiberg on the money line?
What's the line looking at right now?
7.5.
Yeah,
Home dog it up. I'm gonna tell me. I'm gonna rattle off a few more. You tell me which ones you like.
I'm liking
Yeah.
Hoiberg there. to be
Yeah?
honest with you. Yeah,
Cornhuskers?
of course. They came in there. They just had a rough one in Wisconsin. White on white. Now they can bring that. Now they bring
White
that
on
corn
white
home.
and one
children of the corn,
gigantic
yes.
Asian guy.
And now the
right?
all right. Absolutely.
Well, no, I guess there's two Asians because
Right.
you have the Tamanaga.
The big rank game I was looking at.
Duke at Pitt. You're familiar with the beautiful city of Pittsburgh.
I'm familiar with the beautiful city of Pittsburgh down there in Oakland. There in the O. R.I.P. to the O and the O Fries.
Any chance you're loading up on Jeff Capel against his alma mater?
Duke didn't look great at Notre Dame, but they got the job done because that's what Notre Dame does. I mean, because they're just horrible. I haven't been overly impressed with Duke, but
So you're good. Sounds like you're on Pitt.
I kind of like Pitt here.
I went Duke.
It's a low number, to be honest with you. I'm not loving either side.
You want an interesting one?
Yes.
Jerry Stackhouse and Vanderbilt are coming into Baton Rouge.
Yes.
They almost knocked off Alabama.
All right.
LSU just had a gigantic win at A&M.
Okay.
Let down opportunity. I've been down to Baton Rouge. You're always temptations are always high. All right, in Baton Rouge. Vandy's getting 10. I think they could be alive. We could have a bomb situation.
A live bomb dog situation.
Oh, yeah.
Dog sniffing bomb.
This is a dog sniffing bomb right here. I like it. We got to run with that. And look, I mean, this is no 10 points. I know we don't have the money line right now, but you're looking at a Irish wolfhound of a fucking play right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is whew. A&M, speaking of the devil, is heading to the jungle, take on Auburn. Any chance you're gonna buy into the buzzsaw rebounding after an embarrassing loss to LSU?
A&M's and Auburn. Was Auburn just in Arkansas? Was that what that game was? Yeah, and they just buried them, right?
They did.
Everyone, so you kind of getting them high off a premium number. Yeah, I like A&M plus the points.
I went A&M too.
Yeah, I like A&M here.
Alfred 44 in the chat goes, may I request a Wake Forest, Florida State bet detective pick? And that what he's essentially talking about is I thought that line was a little smelly too.
I can sniff out those bad lines.
Wake Forest won 9 in a row. Florida State's losing to fucking Lipscomb in the past week, and they're laying 2.5.
Yeah, that's something. Something's not right.
Do we got a live dog? Do I need to play the music? Do I need to play this sweet Florida State?
So we get our kicks doing the Seminole rap. We are the Seminoles of Florida State. We know we're good. Some say we're great.
What are you doing here?
Why is this 2.5?
It should be like 6, right? And a half, probably.
Something's not right. Something is not right there. I'll have to do some prodding around, some gum chewing, sniffing out this line. Give me Florida State at home. Let's get this out right.
There you go.
Something's wrong.
There you go. He's going Florida State.
We are the Seminoles of Florida State.
The game I was interested in, when you mentioned it earlier, of Cincinnati beating BYU in BYU, fucking those Mormons up.
Woo!
Maybe they were in a look ahead spot. The detectives saw that. They were looking ahead. They're looking around. They weren't protecting their house.
That's
they were peeping out the windows.
Yeah, BYU is heading into Waco.
They are heading into Waco. No, I like this BYU squad.
I call it Wacko, Texas.
They call it Joe Wacko. 3.5. I'm looking at as a line. I'm taking BYU on the money line when it comes out. I think they win this outright. I like this BYU squad.
I do too, but I have a theory.
They can shoot from fucking anywhere. They shoot nonstop. What's your theory?
It's hard to take that many whites on the road in a Big 12 conference game.
Wait a minute. Okay. Because of travel arrangements, the whites like to go early. They like to.
It's just Baylor's really good. I feel like,
of course, Baylor's very good. There's a ranked opponents going at each other.
They almost lost the other day.
Yeah, they were looking ahead too.
Yeah, they were looking ahead. They're opening up that brand new fucking arena. This is game 2. I just don't see these super soakers coming in here and getting a dub. I'm on the Baylor Bears. I will say this though.
Yeah.
The line reeks.
That's
the
what
line
I'm talking
does
about.
reek. Bet detective on the case.
3.5. Yeah, and it's going to come down. I'm telling you, BYU's winning this.
That is a little terrifying.
BYU's winning this.
Little fucking terrifying. There's also on the board. You got. Here's one that I just think you look for just a crazy. I know, like Cornell is good this year. The Big Red in the Ivy League. I know Columbia is not any good. 12 points. 12 fucking points.
Yeah, I mean,
Columbia is 9-4, but they're like a phony 9-4. Cornell's 10-3.
Right.
What could go wrong?
I'm
Considering?
not considering even looking at this game. I hate this game. I hate both these teams. I hate everything about this.
Okay. What about South Carolina?
12, I think it'll be a lot of points for sure. But like, that could be a 2-point game with 8 minutes to go. Next, it's 20.
And they make their free throws.
Right.
They make their free
do
throws,
make their
right?
free throws, but then it's like a 20-point. Like you're right. They're both. One's a fraud. One's not, I don't know. 12,
All right.
12 is a very scary number.
What about those 12-1 or 13-1 Gamecocks heading into Tuscaloosa catching 12? No, doesn't seem like you're sold on that one.
Catching 12?
Yeah. In Tuscaloosa though.
I know. This coming off a tough Clemson game. I'll take the 12 there for sure.
I will too.
Only because this is not the same Alabama team. And the way they play defense, you just can't give up 12 with Alabama.
Any chance DePaul takes down Michael Crichton there in Chicago?
They do not. DePaul is a disgrace to the city of Chicago. They are destroying the.
So for dogs, I don't think we have. This isn't a juicy dog board. Is what you're saying? I think UNLV is going to take down New Mexico.
I'm with
Vegas.
you on that one. I like that. What's that line?
Short little yapper, 2.5.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take the 2 points there.
What about the Irish? You talked about this Irish team. They're heading to Atlanta, take on Damon Stoudemire and Georgia Tech. They're getting 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them winning this.
These are still early prices on Notre Dame, I believe. These are November, December price. I think Notre Dame's getting better.
Yeah.
So you're getting a little bit value, and it's going to be gone soon. So yeah, I'll take the 6.5. Georgia Tech should not be laying 6.5.
Yeah. What the hell? They
fucking
just lost to Boston College
to
at home.
anybody. Yeah, that's a joke. So I'll take the 6.5 with the Irish and Stoudemire land.
All right, and then I guess those are. Any chance you like the Longhorns in Cincinnati with the Skyline Chili?
No.
Okay.
No. But I mean, coming off that, I don't know. What do you think?
What about the directional Michigan schools? Central Michigan.
Right.
They got Dan Marley's son playing for them.
Little Thunder.
Little Thunder.
Okay.
Little Thunder there. Heading to Ypsilanti.
Ypsilanti there.
Take on those
EMUs.
EMU Eagles who just knocked off
Emus.
Kent State in overtime. Letdown spot for the Eagles. Chips, fire up Chips, maybe.
Yeah, you can fire up the Chips there. Take the 4. Anytime those directionals get involved with each other, you grab those points.
Yeah, you take those points.
You put them in your pocket. You don't know when you're going to need them, and you pull them out at the end if you need them.
All right, I think that's
perfect.
That's pretty much everything we got, right?
Yeah, we're giving out 42-1 parlays.
I
We're giving
know.
everything you want. Jesus
San
Christ.
Jose State's getting 11 against San Diego State.
I can't talk about San Jose State after what they did.
They killed me the other night.
Fucking did me the other day. I don't even want to look at you, San Jose State. I was so dirty.
I was on that too,
God
dude. I
damn
was on that too.
It's kind of like watching your mother-in-law go off a cliff in a Cadillac. You got mixed feelings.
Folks, let's go watch the national championship
Yes.
and some college hoops.
Let's do it.
Chad G's asking if Iowa State's going to win outright. I do think so.
Yes, Cyclone.
That place is going to be fucking bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
Houston's going to go in there undefeated. They're coming out of there with a loss. Let's ride those clones. All right, ride it. All right,
And that's another detect 3.5. Come on.
yeah,
Why is it?
yeah. That should be like 12.
That's
if that was a
right.
yeah.
Absolutely. All things considered.
Iowa State wins.
I like saying things like that. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
All things considered. That should be. Give me the Cyclones. And fuck is that? Ames will be lit.
All right, folks. Give CJ Sullivan a follow on Twitter at CJ Sullivan _ I'm on Twitter at DColbyD. Hey, how about this? Final score in the Michigan-Washington game tonight.
Washington 34. Michigan 16.
Woo! That under. You're on the under, aren't you? You sandbagging son of a bitch. You didn't even tell me that you're on the under.
23. I'm sorry. Did I say 16 or 23? I'm on the over. I played the over.
All right.
And that's a ridiculous score. That's a late touchdown to get it to 23. You're going to see 34-16 for a majority of that fourth quarter. And then Harbaugh, that son of a bitch, doesn't give up. He's going to back to it. And he's going to get that over for everybody. And he's going to ride right to the NFL. 34-23 Washington.
And who's he coaching in the NFL?
Chargers.
Ooh. I can see.
And I'll personally apologize to his mother when they come out here to Los Angeles. I love the Harbaugh family. God bless them all.
Sure, buddy. We're really buying that one. Bet detective on the case.
Go to fucking hell, you. Especially your 90-year-old mom. We won.
I got a 38. 38-35. I think I said 38-35 earlier. I've changed. Earlier in the week, I said 38-35. 38-34.
Nice.
Washington gets the dub. National champs as they head into the Big Ten next year. Folks, subscribe to The College Experience on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Also, youtube.com/The College Experience. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. If you can, it's the end of the football season. You've been rocking with us all year. Get on over to iTunes. Give us a 5-star review. Appreciate that. Also, remember the Bottom Line Bombs is on. I mean, I think a lot of people think that the Bottom Line Bombs is coming to an end because the NFL is done. College football is done.
Not.
No, what's happening, huh?
It's year round. Bombs come everywhere. Of course, I give out plenty of golf bombs. So that's why you got to subscribe to the Bottom Line Bombs with CJ Sullivan, its own feed.
Let's go
Separately
yes.
from the NFL because it goes year round. You don't want to miss any of the episodes. Subscribe.
Year round. He's going to be talking about the fucking the Masters. He was going to be talking about the Kentucky Derby, the NHL playoffs, the NBA playoffs, March Madness.
All of it.
Fucking UFL, not the USFL, the UFL. I don't know. I haven't even asked him on that one yet. But folks, until next time, this is the College Experience. Enjoy the game. We'll be back. Reaction show, probably around 8 Pacific. Let's go.
I lost a bet on the Super Bowl. So I had to dive in and crawl around through the snow. Don't believe me? Believe me, there's a video. We made it to promote March 5th and then we did the show. Before March, there was a winter to be lived through. And snow fell on the DC metropolis. In some other cities, this wouldn't be big news. But where I live, it felt like an apocalypse. Not the kind where zombies or the wrath of God, but the kind where Mother Nature doesn't laugh it off. I didn't laugh at all. I saw the sky smoking the blunt now, waiting for the ash to fall. Traffic stalled for a few weeks. Capitol Hill of snow taking up a parking space. A couple notches on the beltway ain't unique, but higher in freezes get more than your heart to race. I mean, the rats were frostbit. They lost it, risking their lives just to make it to the office. Exhausting, caustic, cold front rose up through the mid-Atlantic and did its damage. Detective Baylor didn't expect a camera and brought a gun to a snowball fight. I know my rights in the seasonal mood swing. Some of us winning, some of us losing. That broken clock's been blinking since winter. I hope it's not telling me I was born to lose. I lost my temper, but I found my sense.